All right, baby. Millionaire Mentality, episode 2. Jake Damelio.
We're back, baby.
Jack Donlon.
Thanks for having us.
Harry Haywood.
Yes, sir.
What's popping? Episode 1 was a fucking banger.
Yeah.
A banger.
That was good.
That shit's going to blow up in a couple of years when this channel's where it's supposed to be. And everyone's going to come back to that.
A lot of good feedback on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good stuff.
A lot of people reach out to us. For, like I said before, over like 4 to 5 years since we've been doing this whole crazy merchant cash advance, this whole crazy life, people were reaching out to us being like, yo, what do you do? What do you do? We want the story, So me and Jack came on here and just said, you know what, fuck it, we're going to tell you everything. I might have said a little too much, but whatever. I mean,
it was good talk.
It was good talk. We had a good time, bro. And listen, I'm enjoying this. People who follow me and Jack and have followed our journey and everything that we've done, they love it. We got great feedback, so we're going to keep doing it and hopefully keep inspiring and, helping people out.
That's the goal, bro. As long as we just change a couple people's mindsets on things and how you can make more money and grow, that's what it's all about.
That's the goal.
For sure.
So let's welcome Harry Haywood.
Thank you.
What do we got? What position does Harry play in this operation? Talk to us.
Take it back to day one.
Give us a quick recap.
Again, I mean, anyone who tuned in on episode 1, it was, again, it started with 4 guys in an office. It was a 650 square foot office. I call it a box. Anyone who listened to the podcast last week knows that I was in Italy, Spain, coaching professional soccer. For me, I was in specialized math classes growing up. Finance, money, numbers was not my area of expertise, and I was always the guy who said, "Oh, I'm going to be a professional athlete," or "I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that." It was never a guy in a suit. It was never a guy, making trades. That wasn't for me. But again, as soon as I came back from New Jersey, from Italy, and I met up with Jake and Mike, it sort of just hit, and I hit the ground running. And I funded a couple deals that first couple weeks, and as Jake said, I saw more money than I had ever seen at that time. And that was basically, that was where history was made. It was a level up overnight. We grew to another office, 1,000 square foot, 8 guys. A month later, it was an 8,000 square foot office with 20, 30 guys. So it was a quick story. It was a quick level up, as I said. But again, the scary reality is our story, I don't think, hasn't started yet. We're still laying down those foundation blocks of getting certain things in place, finding out the right personnel, finding who's actually in it for the long run and who actually sees the vision, and who's just here for, the ride. So at this point, the story hasn't even started yet, and that's the reality.
Let's go. So what does the future look like for you guys? What do you guys got planned? What are the next big plays? 6 months out, 12 months out, 18 months out? What are you guys looking to do? Are you guys looking to get into real estate? Are you guys looking to get into other investments?
You wanna tell them about our new venture?
Yeah, so cash advance, the industry itself, there's a lot of ways to gather an income from multiple sources within cash advance. One thing that Jake does very well and always has, myself included, is raise money. And the best way to operate a successful cash advance shop, what they'll both agree with, is to have solid investors or people that will constantly see the vision that we see the returns that we're bringing in, and invest not only in the business but in us and every single person at this table. So we have a new venture within cash advance. Can I say the name of the company?
Yeah.
It's going to be called Northquest Capital. That's going to begin the latter half of next week. We got an investor who has been in the space probably since the first advance was sold, early 2000s. He was a board member of a very big cash advance company, which is now publicly traded. And we got him on board as an investor along with a family member of mine. And they're going to be giving us clips of, I don't think we can say the amounts.
No, we don't need to say the amount of money, but they're going to be following us a good chunk of change, and we're gonna sail it off.
Nice.
Some other plays that I guess we have is just, remember what I talked about on the first episode is like all these guys, they want to get they want to do everything. That's not what I advise you to do. And listen, other people might think differently than that. I think that you should take one thing and fucking grow it to this massive beast, and then you can start, picking and choosing where you want to plant your seeds, this and that.
Right.
I love real estate. We do have some big plays coming up in that, like we call it before, the mailbox money type stuff. But that's pretty much it, man. Me and Jack and Harry's coming down here now. Harry's moving down. Harry lived here originally. He's gonna come down here, and then I have my guys in my office. But we're just pressing this hard for the next 5 to 7 years. Cash advance for us, we eat, sleep, and live this shit. That's what we do. Like I said before, we have all our pin chats. Our chats are just ripping all day. What deal can we fund next? What can we do to have this relationship build? What can we do to make this person like us more? So we're just pressing this hard. And cash advance is really, I eat, sleep, and live that shit. And now that I'm as locked in as I am, and I'm not really drinking anymore, and I'm not going out, I can't say I'm not spending a lot of money because I still do that, but we're gonna roll hard with cash advance, and I'm gonna try and build that big goal.
And we're all very passionate about it. When you're passionate about something, the money's gonna come naturally, and we've already seen the money come in. Obviously, we want more, but it's the classic saying: if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Exactly.
So, we're rocking and rolling now. We're gonna have a lot more stuff coming within cash advance. That's only gonna open up new avenues for everyone on the team. So
I like that.
It's all
so
big stuff.
What do you guys have to say to someone that's maybe listening to this and they're kind of interested in cash advance, maybe want to join the industry? What do you recommend someone that's completely doesn't know anything about cash advance that wants to get in?
That's a great question. I mean, for me, again, like I said, there was no intention of ever getting into an industry such as this. But the one thing I will say is I have an obsessive personality, and when I do something and when I start enjoying it, I become fucking obsessed. And when I think about my beginning in MCA, I was actually just having this conversation with a buddy the other day. It was, Jake would pick me up at 7:15 in the morning, okay? And we wouldn't get home until about 9 o'clock at night, and that was Monday through Friday. If him and I went to a bar or a restaurant, guess what? We were talking about work. If there was any deals from the week, we were talking about it on the weekend. So it was the true working 24/7. But again, like what Jack just said, when you love something, it doesn't feel like work. Yeah, and I know that sounds so cliche, but I mean, we'll go to the Satai or we'll go to a rooftop somewhere down here, and we're working. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. We're sitting in the beautiful weather and we're enjoying, but we're working. And that's the reality, because Jake used an analogy last week. You hang out with 5 millionaires, you're going to be the sixth. You hang out with 5 druggies, guess what? You're going to be the sixth one. Yeah. So at the end of the day, when you look at this circle, I've known Jack and Jake for over a decade both, okay? Our circle is 6, 7 guys.
Yeah, I said that on the first pod.
It's the true, I rather have 5 lions than 100 sheep. And that is, I think, depicts our friend group and our team in the best sense, because for 2 years they were just watching these Instagrams, right? And it was the kids from Rumson, whatever, being jerk-offs, posting the yachts, posting the bottles, posting the clubs, posting the money. But again, we worked for that shit, it's celebratory for us. It was never, let's post this and rub it in people's faces. It was a celebration.
We didn't grow up with any of that shit. So it was cool for us. But as far as someone that wants to get into cash advance, bro, you're a broker. Imagine being on, imagine watching Wolf of Wall Street, watching Wolf of Wall Street and seeing how the trading floor is. It's a very high intensity atmosphere. It's not something where you're at that 9 to 5 job and you get to kind of take your lunch break, this and that. I got this one guy in my office, right? His name's Ken. Kid's an absolute savage. 8 years sober, used to have problems back in the day. I think that's why he's such a dog, because the only thing he thinks about now is just work. But he is the definition of just a true fucking beast. He's in that office every single day from 8:30 in the morning till 6, 7 o'clock at night. And he doesn't get up off his desk. He doesn't go anywhere. All he does is work. So if you want to get in this industry, you better be ready for it, because I've had high blood pressure from it. I've had anxiety. I've had stress and stuff. I never really thought that could happen to me, because at the end of the day, when you come from something that's totally irrelevant and totally different from what you're so used to, your body and your mind are going to react to that a lot differently than just your average, I used to work at Deutsche Bank. Oh, now I'm going to go work at JP Morgan Chase type shit. It's not like that. I used to work construction, and then got into finance. You need to be ready to really go to war, because the industry is so competitive. There's a million guys out there that are so good at what they do that they will eat you up and spit you out so fast, like Miami does. You come down here for 6 months, you spend a shit ton of money, and then guess what? You're shit out of luck, and you got to go back home because you said, "Hey, mom and dad, I spent all my money." Like, that's how cash advance is. Like, it is so competitive, dude. We're constantly losing deals all day. One, we have lack of capital sometimes. The other person will fucking big deck us and say, "Oh, well, you want to do 500 on this deal? Well, guess what? I'm going to do 700." Well, I'm not going to do that. Like, so you got to be ready to go to war for sure. But that's with anything. You know what I mean?
With any industry. I mean, if you're in my industry in real estate here, there's 250,000 realtors in Florida.
And the industry is so competitive in Florida.
Real estate's a little bit different. You have to have way less qualifications. So
you have no qualifications.
Well, we don't have any qualifications either.
So let me ask you a question. As a realtor, right? It's easy, in my opinion, to stand out if you're a dog and obsessed and always working, because you're going to be way better than anybody else. Because most people that join this industry, for the most part, it's like a fallback, whatever the case is. There's very few top contenders in this industry. What's your industry like, since there's like no qualification, no entry level per se? Like, is there a lot of like just whatevers and then the top, or is it very like spread out?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's a thing that you run into a lot in our industry is kids see the money that is being made, and that's the only thing they're thinking.
They jump
about.
on it like this.
Then they're like, "Oh, I can potentially make that, and then I'm gonna come join it." What they don't see is that most of the higher paid positions in cash advance are commission based only. So you don't get a check just showing up.
It is commission based only.
It is commission based only.
We're still on commission to this day.
Right, and you're not getting paid just to clock in. You get your 30 minutes, and that's not a thing in this industry. So, like Jake said, it's very high paced. It's very high energy.
100%.
You really have to want it to look for the returns that you're hoping for.
It's simple. I mean, it's a eat what you kill industry. Yeah. Can I go into the office Monday through Friday and sit on my ass and not do anything? Yes, I can do that. But that's not going to make me money. So, again, for this new age, or a person listening wondering if they want to get into the MCA space, it's not all just peaches and cream, right? Like, you see the Wolf of Wall Street, you see the guy at the computer, right? You might come into an office and see a $1 million broker and he's just chilling by his computer. But within a 5-minute period, he's maybe going into a back room, or he's taking a walk, and he's making 20, 30 phone calls, and the guy's got, maybe $800,000 in the pipe. So at the end of the day, in this situation, like, I feel like the problem in today's day and age, nobody wants to work. Yeah. Right? And I feel like that was something
about this on episode 1 too. Well, and I love it that we're recapping. It's great because for anyone that missed out, they
100%
listen. And these are great things to talk about. Like, don't.
Yeah. And this isn't just geared towards wanting a position in cash advance. It's I can almost guarantee
in general.
Yeah, exactly. If you want something, you have to work for it. And in this industry, there's no handouts. If you want to be the big dog, you got to work to be the big dog.
Yeah.
It's not.
I feel like we're in a very soft generation. Like, people are just soft.
We didn't talk about that last time. I like that.
Yeah, let's talk about like how soft people are, because in any industry that's commission based, you're gonna go through shit. You're gonna fuck deals up. You're gonna go to bed and not knowing when you're gonna pay your next bill. But a lot of people can't handle that shit because they grew up like fucking entitled, and this fucking iPad industry, social media industry. Everybody's so fucking lazy and shit. And I mean, that has a lot to do with also the government and stuff. But if you're not working for your shit, if you're not going out there and going through shit to make your money, you're never gonna make money. No one's gonna feel bad for you either.
Exactly.
And I think that was something. Look, I was born in '94. Okay, I believe I was the last year or the last end of a decade that was the true. I would come home when the lights would turn on or when the sun would come down. Like, I was outside playing sports. That was how I grew up. Now it's these iPads, it's all this stuff. They don't want to go outside. Then COVID happens, and I think that's where shit got even worse. Why do I need to work? The government's sending me a check every X amount of months. So that the need of going out and eating was lost. And like I said, the biggest thing also in terms of a person coming into MCA, it's like, well, I always ask, like when I was doing interviews, I would ask, do you have a financial cushion? What is your financial background? Because the reality is, if the kid tells me he's got $15,000 in his bank account, he's probably not going to work as hard as the kid who maybe has $800 and needs to fund a deal.
That's something that's big that I love that Harry just said that. So when you come into a commission-based job, having a financial cushion. Like, bro, when I started, I didn't have any money. So like you have these guys who come into commission-based jobs. It's not only for cash advance. I like that we're talking about cash advance because that's what we are and what we do. But like having a financial cushion, it doesn't make, you don't have drive. There's nothing like, if your mom and dad grow up, they have all this fucking money, okay? And you're gonna fucking go and your parents say, oh, you gotta go work here. What drive do you have to go work for fucking Deutsche Bank and go make 75 grand a year and sit behind a fucking computer? Like, how are you gonna level up doing that? You need to put yourself in the worst situation possible. That's what I always did. I always put myself in the worst situation possible because I needed to know the outcome of it. So like when I would put myself in a deep, dark fucking position where I didn't know if I was gonna get out of it, I made sure I did whatever the fuck I needed to do to get out of that situation. And that's the same thing for a commission-based job at the end of the day. If you don't have any money, dude, like, and you're sitting at this job, you don't have any other exits. There's no way out. Like it's
There's
either
no plan B.
It's either you're either eating what you kill or there's nothing. There's no plan B. So that was us. Like if my shit fails, like okay, it fails, but that's not the mentality that
I don't
we
even
ever
think it's
had.
even an option for us. Like
No,
there's
not at
just-
all.
Like when you fail, I mean, I feel like that's when you lose and you just give up. Because we're gonna lose, we're gonna mess up. But as long as you just keep going, get back up, and do it again,
Exactly.
you're never really failing. You know, you're just learning.
Exactly. Boom. Couldn't have said it better. Going back to what you were saying, the iPad generation.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think that's massive because I think in cash advance, in order to be successful, you don't need all the degrees and the diplomas and all the
You don't need degrees
You don't need
anymore.
the resources. Hey, I called this guy to get me this job. You need life skills, and I think life skills only come with experience and doing shit. And like Jake said, you know, when he loved being in uncomfortable situations because he didn't really necessarily know the outcome, but he knows he was going to work his ass off to get to the best outcome possible.
I had to adapt to it.
Exactly. And, you know, when people get into a situation that's too comfortable, they most of the time, 9 times out of 10, they already know what the outcome is, and there's not much you can do to change it.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, having those life skills, and cash advance for myself has taught me plenty of things, from organization to managing stress, managing time, managing money.
Yeah.
I mean, I just look at business completely different.
Right.
You know, the access that we gain when dealing with these potential clients or current clients is, you know, I genuinely know about the trucking industry. You know, like there's obviously, of course, there's however many sectors in business, but no, that's the other cool thing is like I'm driving down a parkway and I see a landscaping truck go past
Yo,
me.
he did this yesterday on the way to work.
I
bro.
took a fucking picture. I took a picture of the trailer. Now, in reality, did I hit
I
that?
do that shit
call
all the
the
time.
number.
I'm
Call the
driving,
number.
always taking pictures of for rent, for sale signs.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Yo, wait, but let me just say something funny.
That's what separates us.
I'm driving the car. His phone's on his lap, bro. He's like, you know how you can slide your camera up real quick? So he goes like this, and he's like takes a picture.
Yeah, he was like, "What the fuck
I
was
go,
that?"
what the fuck was that? He's like, I took a fucking picture, bro. He like did it real quick.
But no, like
hilarious.
what I was saying was, again, it's a landscaping truck. There's nothing more, nothing less. But for me, no, that's a potential. That's a potential
It's an
check.
opportunity.
It's an opportunity.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I've always said like obviously Jake and I's story is a little bit different, and that could be a fucking 2-hour podcast in itself. But genuinely, the one similarity that we all have is the mindset, right? The millionaire mindset. I've always said to Jake, we're just cut from a different cloth, cloth. And,
It's just different.
yes, and it doesn't, like, again, I'm not sitting here like, oh, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. No. Jake and I, at a very young age, had a mentality and a mindset and approach to certain things that, you know, other kids weren't doing. At 17 years old, kids would go play high school sports, come home, do homework, and that was it. Like, no, Jake and I were always up to something of how can we make our next dollar.
Yeah.
And another thing too, like for the younger generation people, which like coming up for the plays that we have and stuff, bro, like once you make it to a certain level of success and you have such a big circle of people, it's so easy for you to make money. Like it is really, really fucking easy, dude.
I feel
like
that.
I literally can fucking make a phone call. Like I raise money all day. I have a residual income a month from all the money I've raised. I've raised millions of dollars for real estate. I've raised millions of dollars for Forex trading accounts. Like that pays me residual income. So when it comes to what you're saying about there's no excuses, like there really is no excuses. All you have to do is put 3 to 5 years of hard work in, then it gets easy. Like, there's nothing hard. Once you have money, bro, it is so fucking easy to make money.
Yeah.
Like, it really is. There's no excuses at all. If you're sitting on money in your account and you're just looking at it and you don't know what to do, please fucking call me because I will
Get it out of the account.
I will tell you what to fucking do with it. It's not hard. So people always like complain about this salary bullshit. Like, how am I supposed to? My sister texted me today. She goes, I can't save my money. Well, okay, so go get another fucking job then. And if she's listening to this, then okay, I don't really fucking care. But like,
Sorry, Em.
yeah, sorry, Emma. But that's what's bullshit to me. Because once you just put in a few years of that hard work, like not the 9 to 5, like maybe you're 9 to 5 and then you're 5 to 9 type shit. Meet some people, network. Life gets easier, bro. You're gonna deal with a lot of bullshit up till that moment, but after that, things are gonna start flowing for you. Like I can literally make phone calls along with him, and the rest of my fucking crew, and we can do whatever we want when we want. I can make a phone call and go get a reservation at any fucking restaurant I want. Why? Well, because that took me time. It's the same thing in business. It took me time to get that trust. You know, the transparency was built. That's how it works in business too. It goes along with everything in life. Shit just gets easier, bro. And that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, I feel like what they say is true. You know, the first 100,000, 200,000 is like super hard.
Super
like, how
hard.
are you going to make that kind of money? But once you have that kind of money, you can really start bouncing from 200 to 400, 400 to 800, 800, you know, 2 million, 2 million to 5.
Bro, my first 6 figures was really fucking hard. Like, I realized I was making good money, but I didn't realize it, like, right away. It took me, like, a while. Like, and I needed to cash out and, like, see it. Like, I was funding deals, but I was rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. Like, it does take time. But then, like you said, once you hit your 7 figures, that's when shit starts getting easier.
You want to know why I think that is? I think when you're setting your goal at first, right, you're not going to start off from broke to, you know, I'm going to set my goal at $1 million. You set your goal at 100,000. When you set your goal at 100,000, you're thinking about how can I make 100,000. That usually requires self-work. When you make 100 grand and you say, now I want to make $1 million, you're thinking with other people. Leverage. How do I leverage a team? How do I leverage other resources that I can to get to $1 million? Because now to get to $1 million, I can't do it by myself. So that's why I think that jump is so easy. One, you have a little bit of capital, but two, your mind is just now thinking different. And now if you say your goal at 10 million, you can't do that shit by yourself. You got to grow bigger. That's why you guys are growing, because every time you guys set the goal at a higher pace and that brain is already like, all right, 10 million now? Fuck, I can't do that with 5 guys. I need 30 guys.
Yeah.
So that goes back to what I always talk about which is goal setting. A lot of people talk about these SMART goals. I don't know if you guys definitely don't do that, but fuck SMART goals, bro. Set that big goal. Turn that brain differently. Be like, how the fuck am I going to get there? You know, like, how can I leverage people to get there?
And
There's so much shit.
I think SMART goal. I mean, to be honest, I haven't even heard of that. The SMART goal.
I haven't heard of it.
Like whenever you sit down with most coaches, they're like, okay, set a realistic goal for this year so you can hit it, feel good about yourself.
Yeah,
Go
so
again.
that's
But you know what the
That's
funny
fucking
part?
pussy shit.
Let me cut you off. The funny part about it, those fucking coaches who are telling you to do that shit are fucking broke fucking losers,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
They're broke fucking losers. It's a guy selling you a course that makes 6 figures. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
How do you? It's like a teacher trying to teach you something.
Yeah.
You literally got, if you want to get to 7 figures, whatever it is you want to get to, you got to make sure the person teaching you that already is there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you can't go to,
I agree with
you
that.
can't go to school and you go to I've said this 1,000 times. You go to fucking business school and your fucking teacher's driving a fucking beat ass car. Nothing wrong with that. And you fucking want to buy a Lambo?
And
How
you're
the
supposed
fuck
to
are you
learn
gonna
from
learn how to
that
buy a
guy,
Lambo?
yeah.
If that guy's fucking
What
doesn't
I
even
don't
know how to
understand is how
that fucker still turns a key. He doesn't even fucking push the start. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how the fuck do people who teach at Harvard fucking have a life?
Yeah.
They're making 60 to 100K a year, and they're literally teaching guys how to make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
How do
but those guys don't make millions of dollars.
The people who graduate fucking Harvard do.
No, they fucking don't, bro. People
Bro.
that graduate for the most part, in general, people who graduate school don't fucking make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Right away.
People who fucking go to Ivy League schools, I bet your ass they do pretty damn well.
Maybe
Unless they're
eventually, bro.
absolute
But if you
fucking
grab a
dumbasses.
fucking job and you're making 250K, bro, and you have that 9 to 5 mentality, you're never gonna grow well.
There's no class in any Ivy League college, whatever it is, community college.
All right, forget I said that.
No. No. Listen to what I'm
Some
about to
people
say.
invite, it's not
Listen,
everybody.
You can't, like, back to the 9 to 5 thing. Like, if you have a 9 to 5 job that's going to pay you fucking $500,000 a year, then you're good. You know what I mean?
But
Take
it's
that
not about
and
that, though. It's
fucking run.
about the fucking time, though. If you're a
Exactly.
doctor and you work for a hospital, you don't own your time.
Exactly.
You might get great money, but you don't own your time and you're paying taxes. If you're a
Exactly.
business owner, you own your own practice.
And
that's different now.
Exactly. And what I'm getting at is you have to there's no class that will teach you how to create a business, how to pay taxes, how to get, manage your money. There's no one's teaching that. Like you said with the courses, you're way better off learning from someone that's actually done that.
Yeah.
That's actually had to put in the work to do that themselves, not just, I can, teach you how to get acclimated to business.
Yeah.
That's never going to help you. I think you have to go out and do it yourself, and you have to, going back to asking people for help. People are so shy and timid to ask for help nowadays.
That's what's
and
crazy.
it limits the amount of people I've seen limit their potential because they're too scared to ask something. I wouldn't be sitting at this table if I didn't ask for help from him, and help in a good way. Not, hey, can I have some money? But hey, I see what you're doing. You fucking made it. How can I get involved and work my ass off to be on your level?
Yeah.
And everyone's too
show him that
scared.
you wanna work.
Everyone's
Yeah.
too scared to do that nowadays.
Dude, I brought that up on episode 1. I learned being a business owner by owning a business.
Right.
Like, I made so many mistakes with my employees, but it made me a better business owner. Like, that's how it's gonna work. Like, you can't just think, like, all this stuff is gonna fall and be so easy to be a business owner. Like, this shit's hard, bro. Like,
Yeah, it's hard as fuck.
owning
Yeah.
a business is hard, and, bro, I'm still learning how to get around not paying taxes, writing off shit. Like, I'm still learning that stuff. I still make mistakes. I got a big fucking tax bill this year. I could have wrote off a million other things, but whatever, I fucked up. Okay, so next time, I'll do it right.
Move
Like,
to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move to Dubai.
Move to Dubai,
seriously.
baby.
Move to Puerto Rico for 6 months in one day.
Yeah.
Wait, say that again?
Move to Puerto Rico for 6 months in one day, and you pay 4% income tax.
Are you doing that?
I'm eventually going to do it when it's high enough. If you can prove that you were in Puerto Rico for 6 months and one day, you can pay 4% income tax. You're a resident of Puerto Rico.
I mean, should we open up an office?
Yeah.
You know what a lot of
Yo,
guys
fucking
do?
create an AI bot of Jake Damelio and put that fucker in Puerto Rico taking selfie stories every day and proving you're in Puerto Rico and tag Puerto Rico. Yo, I'm fucking serious.
That's some next
Have
level shit.
have you guys seen that? Are you guys leveraging AI in your businesses right now?
No, you told me that this morning.
Not much.
So listen to
No.
this shit real quick. I'm fucking developing all these real estate courses, right? We're using AI. We like map out the entire course.
That's the
we,
thing that
we
writes
do the
shit for you.
sub-modules, subtopics, and we just throw in those ideas, and it writes everything out for us. Obviously, we give our juice, our ideas into it, and it fucking sets everything. So when you go on the website, you have all these video courses. When you want to ask a question, you type it in, and my face in AI talks to you with an actual answer as to what I would say to you.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
And that's through your website.
Yeah, that's what
Let's
a lot of companies are
pitching
building that
deals with
shit.
AI.
Look, check this fucking shit out, guys.
It's like a chat. Like when you go onto the website, it pops up like, "Hey,
You know
it's
who
out."
uses that web? Fucking college students. They fucking put all their
Well, yeah,
shit
they
for
do.
Their
essays.
school's gonna fucking go out of business. I'm not even fucking. You can, yo, I'm serious. You can go on ChatGPT right now and type, prompt it like, write me a 60,000 word
It's wild.
book on cash advance in Miami, Florida, on this, and that, and it'll write you that in seconds, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you just fucking go to another website that says anti-plagiarism, and you fucking mix those words around, and you throw your own spice, and you're done. Check
But
this out.
that's kids nowadays.
Still don't believe that AI will take over the world? Here's your
I don't
answer.
need to-
This is not really me. It's an AI version of me using my face and voice to create video content while I focus on growing my company. I didn't have to pay an editor
Bro,
or
what?
assistant. I didn't have to take 30 minutes shooting a video when I could be focused on other important tasks. Cool, right? Now that I have your attention, I'm the finger of Jack.
That's fucking
That's
crazy,
wild.
bro.
Yeah.
So you do that, and you fucking throw stories up in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
And you're
sick.
fucking it's crazy. No, we got to leverage tools, bro. I mean, the first few people that hop on this, like the first movement of this, are the ones that are gonna become billionaires.
Yeah.
Because that's just gonna be saturated very soon.
Yeah.
But school's not gonna really exist anymore, bro.
I mean,
Why would
schools-
school exist? I mean, if you can do everything,
Let's fucking spit that topic right now because I have so much fucking juice to tell about school,
fuck school, bro.
bro.
If you have a kid right now, right? Are you sending your kid to school? Well, what's your plan? What's your 18-year plan for your kid? Because you got to think about social life, education, knowledge. It's not about not getting educated. It's about what environment they're growing
Well,
up
listen.
in.
One thing I will say is a 4-year college experience is something that people like will never forget for the rest of their lives. Like, I had a great time. I went to school for a year and a half. I ended up dropping out. Like, that was fun. Jack went to University of Arizona. He
Took
probably
me
had,
5.5 years to get out of there. But
yeah,
You got out.
you do have the time of your life. But like, at those 5.5 years he spent, he could have fucking spent them with me or fucking doing cash advance or whatever. But instead, he spent 5 years of just getting fucked up the whole time.
yeah, I met some cool people.
Like,
I have some
yeah.
lifelong friends, but I've always said if I could go back, I wouldn't have went the route. And going back to kids, it's not that I wouldn't let my kid go to college. If he wants to go to college, he can fucking go to college. But if he also said, I don't want to go to college, I want to work, I'd be even happier.
You're better off not going to school and networking and finding someone that's going to put you to where you need to be. But I started as a landscaper. I started as fucking construction. I fucking sold fucking golf clubs. Like, I did it all.
That's awesome.
But over that process taught me entrepreneurship. So, like...
You can learn 4 years, 5 years for some people of college by one individual in a month if you sit by someone successful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I was going to say earlier, if let's say you have 80 G's to drop on fucking college tuition, if you take 80 G's and find 5 millionaires and pay them 20, 15 G's, 20 G's each, you're going to fucking fast track your route to success way quicker, and you're going to learn every single thing about real life and real business.
100%.
Fuck paying for school, man. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
But again, that's because when you're growing up in school, right? We're not talking college. We're talking high school and before that. They don't tell you those things.
But it's on purpose.
Right?
Well, it's changed a lot in
Of course it's on purpose.
And we, you know, for people that have money, it's obviously if everybody had money, it would not be as worth as much as it is. So, but it's just about training those people's brains. Like, for example, college kids, if you tell them, hey, like, they think those years are the best years of their lives. But right now, if you tell me, hey, the 4 years you had in college or the fucking 4 years that you've had with fucking millions of dollars, which one's funner?
Right.
Hundo pig.
Exactly.
Like, make money while you're 21, 22, 23, 24, and then you can have real fun with real money in fucking Ibiza on an island with a fucking PJ taking you back home.
Well,
you know,
bro, he didn't go
that's
to
fun.
school.
Yeah, no. I mean, I went to community college for 2 years, and I said, fuck it.
I tried too, but
But then look, he fucking went to fucking Rome and networked and met fucking sick people and learned a lot of shit. I'd rather do that. Send my fucking dude. I went out to Utah to just snowboard. I have friends that I still hang out with and talk to. Like, I'd rather have more experiences.
Right.
Because that taught me to be who I am.
Right.
I didn't want to make $8.25 for the rest of my life.
crazy.
So that motivated me to do other things. But if you send someone to school for 4 fucking years and all you teach them to do is fucking just drink and party and think like that's what you're supposed to do, well, what the fuck do you think your kid's gonna do?
It's exactly that.
If you send your kid somewhere and that's like a good thing to do, and you fucking bring him somewhere and it puts him in an awkward situation, well, what do you think he's gonna do? He's probably gonna make the best out of it. That's what I fucking did, and that's what he did too. I didn't want to speak for you. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Another thing I always said is those 4 years when all those kids in college are, you know, partying, doing the whole nonsense, all of that, you put in the work for those 4 years, and when all those kids, the fun's over and it's time for them to wake up and get a job, you're already 10 steps ahead of everyone in your age and your generation.
Fuck 10 steps, bro. You're fucking decades ahead.
And, you know, we've always said
Decades ahead.
Yeah, one thing I've always loved how we all share the same mindset is we don't want to be fucking 50 years old and finally be rich.
Fuck
we
that,
want to
bro.
make all the money now, so by the time we're in our mid-30s, we're still not hunched over and old and can enjoy the money that we've made.
I've never understood that concept of. Well, obviously they preach that concept so that everybody can fucking be slaves of people.
Exactly.
You know, it makes sense, but. I don't want fucking money when I'm old, bro. I mean, obviously I'm gonna have it, but I want to enjoy my money when I'm fucking young. I have youth. I can, you know, eventually have my kids and fucking, you know, enjoy it with them. But fucking, bro, if you have a Roth IRA or fucking 401k, like, what the fuck are you doing? Call Jake.
Yeah.
Call fucking Jake for real. Call fucking me. Let's get in some real estate plays. Like, let's grow that money. That money's sitting in there. Fucking inflation's killing that money. You're gonna fucking retire. Yeah, you're gonna retire a millionaire with $1 million. Those fucking, there's this one guy, I don't fucking like him at all. I'm gonna call him out right here, Minority Mindset. On fucking Instagram, that guy just preaches, if you save $150 a month, you can retire a millionaire. Bro, $1 million in 30 years is worth fucking 200,000, if that.
Exactly.
Stop fucking saving your money. Start fucking investing your money, learning from people that have money, and grow your money, bro. You don't want to fucking retire at
Another
60.
classic saying, would you rather $10 million in 10 years or 100K today? I'll take the 100K today every day of the week, because in 10 years, that'll be 20 million. That'll be double what I would have gotten.
Yeah.
Bro, if I would have had fucking access to money when I started this shit, dude, like, it would have been a whole another fucking ballgame. I had to just grind, and work this shit from the ground up and scrape together any little bits and pieces I could to do this shit.
And that's what's crazy, like, looking back now on the 2 years that have passed. Like, in the beginning, I remember Jake and Mike, they were literally begging for hundreds of thousands of dollars, begging for millions of dollars because they needed money to fund. Now, I'm sharing a room with Jake and Jack, and I'm listening. I'm overhearing phone calls where a guy's saying, "Hey, Jake, I want to give you $700,000," and this man is saying no. So it's gotten to the point now where he doesn't need money like he used to, and it's gotten to the point where he can actually be select
Standards.
You know where.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
I love that.
Let's talk about
Go
saying
ahead.
no, bro.
No, you can leave. I mean, all I'm saying is, at one point, this man would have taken $50K from.
$50K, give me $10 fucking dollars, dude. I need fucking a number 18 from motherfucking Brennan's.
Facts.
Dude, we have the best deli back home. It's called Brennan's Delicatessen.
Yeah,
Dog,
shout out Brennan's.
you gotta come to Jersey this year. You'll come out.
I go to Jersey pretty often. Our brokerage has 3 offices over there. So
Dude, this deli is to fucking die for. They got the best fucking sandwiches. But
Are we doing a shout out?
Shout out Brennan's Delicatessen,
shout out
Rumson, New
Brennan's
Jersey.
and Butler's Deli, the McEddie. They have this one sandwich. It's called the McEddie.
this guy would be like one of those good movie introducers, the McEddie.
I mean, that's what he sounds like. He
Yeah.
sounds like the voice in a movie theater.
Yeah, he-
Coming
like those-
soon.
This is the Joe Rogan experience. All right, so listen, standards.
Val, how much time do we have? I have to pee. That
Doesn't say.
never stops. So I mean, I guess we have another hour.
Oh,
Okay.
it never started? Oh.
Sweet.
You've got 30 minutes.
All right, give us
Let-
45. I need an
in
extra
2 minutes, I
15.
gotta take the biggest piss of my life.
Yeah.
No problem.
Let's
So
talk
standards.
about standards. A lot of people are fucking scared to say no, right? Like in this fucking youth age, you're 21, 25, whatever, 28. Let's fucking go out. Let's go to dinner. Let's go to lunch. And people think you got to make time for all your fucking friends.
Yeah.
Learn how to fucking say no. You know, that's huge. If you're just a yes man all the time, your time's gonna be
get
consumed
nowhere.
by everybody.
Yep.
Well, the biggest thing that happens once you start making money is you get cocky. Like you guys can all fucking say to this. Like,
Confident. You get confident.
I mean, listen,
You
I
get
was an
confident and you get
egotistical
cocky.
prick when I was poor, so
I was
mean,
always a fucking cocky person,
Yeah.
but it for me, it's just confidence. Like,
it's a good mentality to have, being cocky, for sure. Because like you stand by your product, you stand by
Absolutely.
what you believe in, and that's a good thing to have. But as far as standards, like you got to realize at the end of the day, when someone is gonna present you something that could possibly be so big, you can't like think, oh, since I've done this, oh, I can't take this, blah blah blah. Like you gotta like, if someone has more money than you, bro, you gotta really realize and wake up and say like, all right, this guy's doing something right. Like I don't ever think I might think I'm better than you at my job, but I'm not gonna think if you fucking have the Ferrari and you have a $10 million house and I have a fucking $500K house. Well, listen, like I'm probably gonna follow the guy's lead that has the $10 million crib. So you need
Right.
to set a standard and understand, like, don't compare yourself to too many people at the end of the day. Because if that person is going to help you get to where you are, well, listen, you're setting your standards a little bit higher at the end of the day,
Right.
but you're going to get to where you eventually need to go. You know what I mean?
so you're basically saying drop the fucking ego and keep learning from people that are above you.
You have to be willing to learn in anything.
Yeah.
Anything you want success out of, you have to be willing to learn. And like Jake said, he's very good at what he does, but he still has things to learn.
Yeah.
And, going back to saying no or yes, it's not about always saying no or always saying yes. You just have to know what to differentiate and when it's right to say yes and when it's right to say no. Like you
Right.
said, your boy's calling you to fucking go out on a Thursday night. You know you have a busy day tomorrow. That's where you need to know
Right.
it's the right choice to say no.
you need
I
to
think
set your
it's-
fucking standard and
Exactly.
know
Set
if
your
it's good
standards,
to go
yeah.
out or if it's not good.
I don't even fucking get phone calls anymore. Like
Yeah.
no one fucking calls
Stop
me to go out
calling me.
anymore. Like I'll make plans now when I want to go out because everybody just knows I'm gonna say
The
no.
worst
Right.
thing I could have ever done in the fucking world was get a fucking Xbox. I fucking dude, I
It's the
fucking bought an
distractions.
Xbox. I play every single fucking time I go home. I fucking play Search and Destroy, Modern Warfare 2. The name of my gamer tag is Jaffe Thunder. It's the dumbest name in the world.
This guy fucking probably trolls little fucking kids on the
Yeah.
fucking.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
pussy! I fucking killed you.
I say
Fucking
outrageous
guy, bro.
things. But at the end of the day, going back
Do
to
you
like,
stream?
fuck no,
Dude,
Bro,
not
you
even that
bro,
idea,
you'd blow
dude.
up.
The only streaming I'm
if
doing
your
is this.
stupid ass streamed on Twitch, you'd
You
fucking
would
blow up.
blow
Bro.
up.
You're
Please do not
fucking
give him that
hilarious.
idea.
It would blow up.
all right,
He would
we're
make
going to
way,
Best Buy after.
he would make way more money fucking streaming than what he's
Yeah.
doing now.
Yeah, because he would be breaking the TV or the Xbox every
Yeah.
fucking day.
Yeah.
I don't
He'd break the TV, fucking get on the phone. Get me a fucking another TV in here, motherfucker.
remember when I called that chopper and I got the helicopter.
That was, dude. That was one of my biggest posts ever on my gram.
I was big.
Dude, I got a fucking shitload of shares. Like that was fucking. That was the
No,
that was the
remember when
first
we
time I
took the
met you.
helicopter?
Yeah.
to-
Ironically, all three of us were on that
Yeah.
chopper.
And my ex-partner, R.I.P. to Kobe, he didn't go on it because of the Kobe thing. He was like, fuck this, I'm not getting on the helicopter.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, because of the fucking Kobe shit. He was scared shitless. Bro, we flew over the Hudson River, like, it was a little windy, it was sketchy. It was the first time in the fucking helicopter.
Oh, I misunderstood what you were saying. I was like, what the fuck is this guy just saying?
Yeah, you look a little confused there.
Let's talk about that really quick. That was the first time I ever met you, and you started.
Was it?
Yeah, that was the first time we ever met. We met playing golf. That was the first day, or the second day maybe.
Yeah.
But talk about really quick, and not just to fucking pump up my ego, but just to prove a point here. When I started hanging out with you and I started hearing the way you talked and moved, something went off my brain. I was like, damn, that's fucking, gee, I got to start moving like that. And talk about how much I've leveled up in the last 2 months since I met you, just because of that fucking, again, hanging out with people that are on another level than you. You started thinking different. This guy was on the fucking phone. Give me a fucking chopper. How much? Fucking 10 grand? No, I'm gonna fucking pay 8 grand. And I'm like, what the fuck? Who is this guy?
Well, dude, at the end of the day, it's cool that we're able to do those types of things. Like, I fucking, God bless, like, I'm able to do those types of things. It's cool being able to, like, oh, hey, like, listen, I need a helicopter to take me to here. Like, that's fucking badass. But at the end of the day, time management is key for me as a fucking individual. Time is money. Time management is key. If I can get me and my team versus a 2.5 to 3 hour car ride, which is probably going to make us uncomfortable, it's probably going to make us feel like shit, it's probably going to make us perform like shit, why would I do that at the end of the day when I can spend $8,000 on a fucking helicopter to bring me to Connecticut from New Jersey? That's going to take me 10 minutes. My boys, all we have to do is we take a few Instagrams, we look fucking cool, say, hey, listen, we did this, fuck you, this is nothing, fucking wipe my ass with 10 grand. That type of thing. But listen, we get there, we fucking look fresh, we come off the fucking chopper, we get right into the office, and guess what? We're ready to fucking work.
And make fucking what, 10x, 15, 20x of that money,
Listen,
bro.
we went in that day and we fucking killed it. We crushed it. We made a shit ton of money. And guess what? We got on the chopper and went right back home. 30-minute car drive. And then we went out to dinner. Like, why would I fucking spend 6 hours in a fucking car where I'm gonna feel like shit? The seatbelt's gonna be hovering over my big ass fucking belly.
I thought you were gonna say something.
I did too. I didn't know where he was going with that.
No, but
It's
seriously,
a fucking podcast, bro. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
no, but seriously, at the end of the day, I own a fucking pretty big company. It's nice. I'm able to write that type of shit off. You got to think about so many different aspects when it comes to traveling and when it comes to fucking time management. If my boys are going to get tired as fuck and they're going to fucking regret getting in a car, that's going to make them perform differently, which is going to affect my pockets at the end of the day. It's going to affect theirs, and it's just a whole fucking shit show at the end of the day. So, you know what we do? We book a fucking chopper to
Absolutely.
get us there in 20 minutes, and it comes back, and we're all juiced up, and we're ready to fucking go the next day. That's it.
Now, if you're fucking hanging out with people that are not up to these kind of things, you're just programmed to think like them. Right. But now I started hanging out with you and your circle and stuff, and it's taken me to the next level, believe it or not. And now my people, I'm influencing them with that, and it's just like this mindset shift, and it's just so fucking true, bro. If you hang out around 5 millionaires, you're gonna be the 6. Yep. Like, you're just gonna get. People think it's like this fucking magical thing that just happened. Poof. You just get wired. You get wired differently. You rewire all your circuits in your brain, and you're like, all right, now I got to think about time. Fuck money. How can I save more time? That's the most valuable thing we have.
Time is money. So if you can see,
yeah,
it's the biggest thing. Convenience. Money brings convenience. And I think convenience only brings more money. Like Jake said, we could have sat in the car for 6 hours. We got there in fucking 13 minutes.
Yes.
And we had a full day of working and making money, as opposed to us having 4 hours at this office, having to get back in the car, beat traffic, and we'll pay the extra dollar to maximize our time.
To fucking buy back the only thing that you cannot make more of.
Time.
Yep.
Time.
Let's talk about some fucking.
I love Mika Varsky.
Go there.
Love that energy.
Like, just type a question and it should go to that section.
Yo, Paige, what do you want? Chex Mix?
I don't want any food right now. Can you just?
I want some airheads.
Who's on our live right now?
11 people. We've had over
Say hi to me.
190 people join.
What are the questions?
Um,
I'm not like a sugar guy, dude.
Yeah, I know. Why am I eating this? I talk about how healthy I am.
The only sugar stuff we do is sugar daddy activity, right?
What?
The only sugar stuff we do is sugar daddy
That's
activity.
it. That's
Flippy,
it.
have one of these.
Was it a peach ring? I'll actually eat one.
Bao, you want?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Ask a question. I want to see where it goes.
Let's talk about.
Wait, so who's on? But who's watching us right now? I just want to see if there's anyone.
I'm Messi.
Do we have any of our Jersey
My
boys
sister,
on?
Mika Tover, Chris Corey, my mom, Frank Clemser's in here.
Are we
Shout out
live
to
right
Frank.
now?
Are we live?
Oh, we are.
Oh, we are.
Bro, it's a
oh my
fucking
God.
podcast, bro.
Okay, sweet. Shout out to Jersey, TCC Jersey. What's up?
Yeah.
My boys, Amp, Jordy, Nikki V.
Go to the question thing now. See the little red dot? Click that. Click it. Bottom right, bro. Click it.
He goes,
No, dude.
okay, someone asked mindset your mindset when you started the business and failed.
We talked
Danny
about that.
Mendolo?
Yeah, we got Mika.
Mika said, can you teach me how to sell MCA? No.
We're on it.
That's my wife.
It worked, Mika.
Wait, but Danny Mandillo asked what? What was the mindset when you
Danny, what's
started?
your question, bud?
You just clicked it. It's a little delayed.
What am I fucking- let me get some ideas. I have some ideas on my phone.
Definitely not, bro. I would shit my pants.
What did he say?
Someone said you should speak at Harvard.
All right, thank you, Meeks. Bye.
I didn't even have a fucking GPA. I got a 1 on my SAT.
I had a
They
negative
didn't let me
GPA.
take it.
Let's see. Start spinning some shit out, boys. I'm getting some content ideas here. Let's go for some reels. Like those short clips
did
that we've
we
been
get an
doing, those
extra
short
30
little
minutes?
topics is fucking dope.
Yeah, I love those.
Oh, we did? All right, so we're live again.
Cool.
I know this episode 2 is a little bit different than the first one.
I like it.
I think what, honestly... Fuck!
Let's talk
No,
about
so listen.
some fun shit, bro. Like, what the fuck do you do for fun besides fucking sucking golf?
Work. Just work.
Dude, this fucking guy shot a 41 today, shot a 45, acting like he's so much better than me. He bought this new stealth driver that thing sucks cock.
It does suck cock. Man, fucking golfing
Oh,
is
here we
fun
go.
as
He asked a
fuck.
question. Your mindset when you started the company with no capital and people doubting you. That's actually
a
good
great
thing.
question.
That's actually a good question. I'm going to answer that. So, haters is obviously the biggest thing in the world, like having a fucking shit ton of haters. When I started my company, well, I started a company after I left the firm I was at, which we don't need to name the name of. You guys know that
Yeah.
fucking bullshit one. I'm losing my train of thought. Your mindset when you started the company with no capital
And haters and
and
doubters.
people doubting you. Well, everyone always thought what I was doing was a fucking scam. Like, people were like, how is he making money like this? Because remember I told you on episode 1, like, how my level up... You good? Choking?
I almost fucking choked.
Remember how I told you on episode 1 how, like, I leveled up? H, you were part of this. First, it was like, oh, we got the bigger apartment, me and Mika.
100%.
Then I got the BMW, which was cool. So people started to think, like, well, how is he doing this? Bro, people who doubt you are people who fucking motivate you at the end of the day. The famous saying, your haters are your motivators. Is that the fucking saying?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it is.
Some
Jake
bullshit.
Damelio just made it
Yeah,
up.
just made it up.
Well, listen, when people would doubt us and they would say a bunch of bullshit to us all the time, what we would honestly go do, we would go out to nice restaurants and do all this crazy shit. And we would see them and be like, hi, I'm spending more money than you, fuck you. Like, that shit would really motivate me. Like, knowing that I have this great life I have with my friends, with my wife, with my fucking cool little cat, his name's Bailey. I know
Shout
he's
out
gonna
Bailey.
look-
Shout out
to Bailey.
Chiquito.
Chiquito, that like makes me so happy. And I know people don't fucking like that shit. There's this one cocksucker, and Harry knows his name. Fucking
That's yeah. Just leave it.
D.
Yeah, just
Starts
leave
with a
it.
fucking D. Okay, and I don't care if he hears this because he's a fucking faggot.
Name drop him then.
Nah,
No, I'm kidding.
No, I don't need to do that. So he texted me during the podcast, and he was like, "I just watched your podcast. You're looking a little fat lately. You should get in the gym."
Shut the fuck up.
Swear to God, bro. First he said to me, he said, I watched the podcast. It looked cool or something like that. And I was like, I appreciate it. Thanks. And he laughed at the message. And I was like, bro, this guy's really still hating on me? Like, what the fuck is your problem? So as far as the people doubting me, that shit drove me fucking nuts in a good way, though.
Yeah.
Like, that shit really hyped me the fuck up. When me and all my boys fucking win and we fund a big deal and we make a big paycheck, well, I kind of show that off a little bit because all you guys said we couldn't do it. And guess what? We're fucking doing it now. We're making money. We're circulating millions of dollars. We're all making millions of fucking dollars. Well, guess what? I'm going to keep doing that.
Yeah.
You're mad because I'm winning?
Right.
Well, guess what, dude? Fuck you. I'm going to keep fucking winning.
Yeah.
And you're going to sit in your little fucking corner and you're going to keep doubting me and saying, I need him to fail. I need him to fail. I want him to do this. I want him to do that. I want him to go to jail. I don't want him to pay his taxes. So, like, some fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I'm going to do it and I'm going to keep fucking doing it. Bigger, better, and fucking stronger.
Yeah.
Every fucking time. 10 out of 10 times, I'm going to fucking make you look like the little bitch you are because you're fucking hating on me all fucking day.
It's honestly like, it's so funny because I can hear my mom saying like, "You and the fucking haters," because like it's something that we talk about. Because, like, the one thing that I will say, and Jack had said something last week, you know, like, shout out Rumson, whatever, small little town. Like, dude, I graduated with, I think, 213 people in my graduating class. When I see those people that I graduated, went to school with, went to the beach club with, whatever the case may be, like when I see they're doing something or they're leveling up, maybe they went to med school and now they're a doctor, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, that's sick. But for some fucking reason, I to this day we don't know. Like, what is their issue with us? Like, just fucking be happy. Like, is it jealousy? Like and that's always the $1 million question. Are you jealous? Because I don't, what did I do to you? You know, like, why, you know, him getting the crazy fucking text messages from random numbers and the shit.
Remember I brought that shit up? That fucking cocksucker was like texting me all that weird shit?
You know, like, I would get DMs from people who I wouldn't even follow, and it was, again, like Jake said last, legal loan shark, you guys are stealing money. And it's like, first of all, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Right.
1. 2, and this was what I was thinking about last night in the shower prepping for this, because I'm not going to lie, I was nervous as fuck. So I was like, trying to get all this shit in my... But, like, it's something that I don't understand, right? Like, we're such a small knit community. Like, in my opinion, I think there's maybe 5 people in my entire adult life, or even when I was a 17-year-old prick that I fucked around with. Like, I haven't done anything to really anybody. So what's your issue with Harry Haywood, that he's doing well and he's happy and he's living in Miami or moving back to Jersey? Like,
it's not just Harry. If I can say this, it's not just Harry Haywood. You just made the point. You're never hating on anybody else, right? No one that's above you will ever hate on you. It's only people that are below you. So they're not just hating on Jake Damelio, Jack Donlon, and Harry Haywood. They're fucking hating on everybody else on their gram that they see is above them.
Right.
You guys don't have fucking time to go on someone's Instagram and be like, fucking, oh my God, you fucking piece of shit. Every fucking time I see you, you fucking give me a big hug and you're like, I'm fucking proud of you.
Yeah.
You're fucking killing it.
Dude,
like, when you're seeing people doing good, you're always happy for them because you don't give a fuck, dude. Like, you don't have time to fucking hate.
And yo, let me just say one thing, because this was, you want to know the irony of life? The same people, and when I was talking about Jake saying yes and no to money, what I wanted to actually talk about is having self-respect as well. Mm-hmm. You know, these big heavy hitters and Rumson, you know, some of them are friends' parents, whatever the case may be. For that first year, everybody was talking shit. And then at year 2, it was, oh wait, they're still here? They didn't go away? They didn't get in trouble yet? What the fuck? And then those same guys that were talking shit to Jake, well, hey, listen, I want to give you $500,000 now. And the kids that were talking,
we talked about that.
And the kids who were talking shit to me and Jake and Donlon, well, yo, Haywood, can I work in the Red Bank office?
Decline.
It's like so crazy, because you want to know the most fucked up thing? If you scroll up a little further in the feed, they're talking shit. Yeah. And then you know, it's like, it's just so crazy how life works, honestly.
One of my, it's actually my sister, she asked me, she goes, were you ever scared of failure and what people would think? It's a really good question.
That's a great question.
That is a good question.
Are we moving too fast?
No.
All right, we're good. I needed her approval. She said we sucked on the first round.
No, so I made the point. I was like, we're getting great short clips. Like, we're making,
and that's what's
doing
good.
a bunch of points, and that's what's great about
That's
this
a
one.
really fucking good question, because when I started my business and I was like, I'm gonna do this, because I was already a failure. Like, I already failed. I burnt every fucking bridge that I had. Everyone fucking hated me. So it was like, this is my next big thing. If I fail on this, then what else am I going to do? I already failed a million other things. But I never thought in my mind that I was going to fail. I always knew. I was always that kid that just wanted it. I was like, I'm going to find something and I'm going to make it work. But when I took off with my merchant cash advance business and the lending space, I was never scared. I'll tell Jack, and I have one-on-one conversations with him, like, yo, I'm worried that we're not going to have this, we're not going to have that. That's not me failing, though. That's me worrying about how I'm going to get to where I need to be the next few weeks. That's not me failing. That's just me working and circulating a game plan of what I'm going to do to accomplish my next goal. There's no such thing as failure. If you're going to fail, just get your shit up, pick it up again, and fucking keep trying it until you try. I was never that word was never in my vocabulary. Was failing. I didn't care what people thought. I didn't care if they thought I was going to fail because I was going to find something to do and I was always going to make it work. I knew that I wanted to provide for my mother, my father, my sister, my family, my fucking wife. Now I always knew that I could find something. I just had to find my niche, and I found it, and I took it and fucking run. My best piece of advice to people is if you find something and it's working for you and you're fucking damn near as good as you could possibly be at that thing, you need to take it, put your fucking mind in it as best as you can, and just fucking run for the hills. Because if you stop doing what you're doing and you just give up, like, yeah, okay, like, what the fuck do you think is going to happen at the end of the day? Take the little piece of fucking knowledge you have, take your fucking mentality, take your physical appearance, and make the fucking best out of it. Don't think that failure is an option. Because it's not. And I don't care what people think about me. I don't care if people think what I do is a scam. I don't care if they think that I'm a fucking loser or I'm a fucking show-off. I don't care. I'm happy. My friends are happy. My wife's happy. My life is fucking great. Why? Fuck that shit. I'm not here to fucking judge you. I'm not judging you. Some of my ex-employees that quit in peace, I'm happy they're doing well. Some of the guys that left that were fucking assholes, yeah, fuck them, dude. I don't need those fucking guys. I do hope you fail. You fucking stole from me, you fucked me, okay, no problem. Go fuck yourself. But the guys that were on my team and that left in peace, I wish you nothing but the best. And you're always going to be on my team. Don't worry about people. And I gave them this piece of advice already. I told them exactly what they need to do to be set up for success. Guess what? They took all the information I gave them, and now they're slowly building their beast, and I'm happy. I still do business with some of those guys to this day that were my ex-employees. But that's just how it goes. I was never fucking failed. I was never scared of failure. I was never fucking scared.
That's fire. I don't think you should care about what people think, bro. At the end of the day, I mean, not to fucking get deep or anything here, but if we fucking die tomorrow, they're going to go to our funeral. They're going to cry for fucking 3 or 4 days.
Yep.
On the way home from the funeral, they're going to talk about what they're doing next week.
Exactly.
And it's over.
Yep.
So do whatever the fuck you want to do. Try it, fuck up, and keep going, because at the end of the day, bro, haters are just haters. They're just preaching their own insecurities. They don't give a fuck about you at the end of the day, bro. Because, like I said, once you're done, you're done. So do whatever the fuck it is you want to do, because it's your life. No one's paying your bills. No one's fucking doing your shit for you. So get up and do it.
And as cheesy as it sounds, I do genuinely believe anybody who actually cares for you or has love for you will never judge you, no matter what the fuck you do.
Very few people, though.
I mean, what?
There's very few people in everybody's life that's like for real. Like I bet we can all count on our fingers how many people we have in our life that are like fucking ride or dies.
100%.
As we go older, our circle. My parents used to tell me this: when you get older, your circle's gonna get smaller. I was like, no fucking way. I have like 30, 40, 50 friends in high school. I can count on fucking one hand my fucking dogs. Like,
Exactly.
I think was it you, Jake, that referred to them as demons?
Oh, demons.
Like I want like I live in a house with fucking 3 guys. We're all fucking demons. We're all fucking dialed 24/7. Jake's just fucking killing the shot right now.
You're good, bro. You're good.
Look at that. I gotta re-say that because that was a little.
That was a clip. That was a clip moment. He fucked up.
No, I didn't. Shut up.
No, you didn't fucking hear me, dickhead. What I was saying was, you guys are always fucking dialed. You guys are always in the office, surround yourself around fucking. Now I call them like what you said, demons. People that are always fucking working 24/7. Like, she's always dialed. She got a little. We went on this trip last weekend. A little tired.
Yeah, but
like,
that's okay.
All we talk
That's
about
okay.
is fucking work and money, and sometimes you do need to like take a quick little breather. But bro, I just want to fucking keep working. I'm on I was in the Bahamas on Monday, and I was like, get me the fuck out of here, dude. Like, I worked for 3 days. I was just straight working over there. We go to dinner, whatever. We're having fun. We were at dinner at fucking Katsuya in Bahamar, and all we were doing was talking about money. What can we do to grow? And one of my friends was like, dude, come on, like, what? He knows who he is. And I was like, no, bro, this is good. Like, this is fine. Like, there's no time to let off the gas. Like, open your bank account right now. Do you see 8 figures? No.
Right.
Let's fucking keep going. Like, you can't stop. You can't. You have to surround yourself around people that are constantly on. Some people win. They fucking have a big paycheck, and they're like, all right, fuck it. I'm going on a 2-week vacation. You're a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
You fucking have a big win. Tell me when you have your biggest wins, you fucking dial back in even harder. Right
Yeah,
after. You
facts.
celebrate for fucking 30 minutes. You're like, good shit, boys. Let's fucking go. Let's get back and get another one. Let's double up.
Yep.
That's how you got to do it.
This one homie asked a good question. He said, Jake, how long did it take you for you to feel comfortable leaving your employees in the office and not having to be in the office? I think that's a pretty good
It's
question.
a great question.
Because at the end of the day, working in merchant cash advance, all of us own our own business. We're all self-employed. We all have our own LLCs. But at the end of the day, there is a boss. There is someone who's in charge of this. There is someone who's in charge of that. But as far as you have a team that you've built. At the end of the day, as a business owner and someone who sees, like, I built this whole thing. So it's kind of hard for me not to be involved when you get to a certain point, like, listen, fucking Steve Jobs, Bill fucking Gates, all those guys, like, no shit, they don't need to be in the office. That's just common fucking sense. But as far as like your own little beast that can produce millions upon millions of dollars, you kind of want to be in that. You want to know what's going on. Like every single morning, we get a balance report from the merchants and the clients that, you know, missed payments or something. The whole team we get that email. We fucking look at that thing every single day. We're immediately calling these guys. You fucking missed my payments. Like, you know, how do we get collected? This guy blocked it. Blah blah blah. Like, I like that shit, but I've started to kind of come away a little bit. But like, you can't really ever get out until you really like say, hey, listen. Like recently, Jack, I named him my COO. Like he's the one that's under me. So like, but still at the end of the day, I still yell at Jack. We still fight about a ton of shit. We're still on top of things as always. But like, it's kind of hard to really, you can't really leave. Like, how was your experience with your fucking employees and shit?
I mean, I have a team of people, and then I have partners and people. Like for her, we work together. Like we're trying to build this shit together. I think you need a balance of like what you just mentioned about like screaming at Jack. Like I'm trying to learn with the people I'm working with, like that balance of like, all right, we're friends, but like when it's work time, like don't take what I'm doing offensively. Like I want to move so fast. Like in our partnership, like I'm the visionary. Like I'm the one that's always like drawing things up in my brain, and I want to execute so fucking fast. It's just like, you gotta fucking chill.
You gotta slow down. That's my biggest problem.
You talked about it last time. It's good. It's a good partnership that we have because I want to move, and she's like, all right, but we gotta like actually build it out. You know, like you told me you had another guy that's always like kind of like calming you down and evening you out. You need that kind of shit. You know, you have to have those people that are okay with handling your personality because a business that's gonna grow into millions of dollars needs to have a visionary. Needs to have a person that sees beyond that bigger picture, and then you need the executor. The people that fucking execute, which is the people you put on your team, you know?
You run an office in Jersey?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the one to answer that question, I mean, it took him a year. It took him a year to really feel comfortable and start delegating, and that's the God honest truth. When I was living in Miami over a year ago, and we were in 44 West Flagler, there was
many mistakes.
There were so many mistakes, but one of the things that Jake was doing, which was sort of affecting not only his mentality, but also his health, was he was literally boiling his own blood. Why? He was doing shit that in his
I couldn't
seat,
control.
He shouldn't. He was dealing with bullshit he shouldn't have been dealing with, right? He had people under him, such as myself, such as my coworker in the Jersey office, Jordan. There's been people along the way that he could have delegated things to, and he never did. Why? Because I love him to death. He's a control freak, but I think most business owners are. And like I said, I think it was about around a year where he was like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I am going to start giving Harry a little more responsibility. I'm going to give Jack a little more responsibility. And he started pimping off delegation. Why? In his seat, he didn't need to deal with that shit. You know what I mean? So, to answer that question, it's probably a year until you start delegating.
That's good though. You got to learn your business inside out before you can. If you just, I made this first mistake of how to fucking detailing business. Like I used to wash cars. I had no business experience. I started fucking hiring people. I hired like 40 employees. I had no fucking idea how to train these people. But you got to learn. You got to learn every role of your business because if you're gonna delegate something, you need to know what quality control is. How does that 100%. Product look in a good way? Yeah. If you don't know what it looks like when it's done correctly or incorrectly, you can't identify it. So you have to have that stepping stone of I'm gonna do it myself and then delegate. But delegating is important because that's how you take from 100K to 500K, 500K to a million, a million to 5 to 10.
100%.
Completely agree.
Drake's fucking munching out right now.
Fucking mangoes and shit. You want one?
Nah, I'm good. Thank you.
Do you have any other questions? That's pretty much it. We still got 30 minutes.
Glad we fucking met, bro. Nice connection. How do we fuck? How the fuck did I reach out to you?
You were following me on Instagram, and you DM'd me.
Oh, because you were fucking swinging a golf club, and I was like, oh, you fucking play golf?
Yeah, you're like, go to the range. I was like, that's where you're going to get good.
And then you fucking started going to the range, and what happened? You started fucking swinging around better.
Yeah, I still fucking beat you, though.
We're going to have, you know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to get on the fucking pod live with a fucking caddy.
Yep.
And we're going to play golf so we can settle this shit.
Do I have to wear these while I play golf?
No, bro, you put on a fucking microphone inside.
I know, but I like hearing myself and saying, this is the Joe Rogan experience.
Those mics are pretty good, too, but that's not as good as these.
I don't really know what else to talk about.
We'll find something to talk about.
Next podcast, what I want to do is, on episode 3,
This guy said, "Fuck the millionaire mentality. I'm gonna make this fucking Jake the Millionaire, Jack Dollar, and Harry Haywood and Alexa show."
Wait,
let's just create a separate
Is that the name
podcast.
of your podcast, though?
Yeah,
It is. Okay.
let's just create a fucking different pod, or we can fucking co-host.
I want you to upload it to YouTube, and I want to answer questions for people all fucking podcast, and we'll just go off on 5 to 10 minute little fucking spiffs of answering questions.
Or we can fucking do an Instagram poll. What do they want to hear for the next pod? And we just have a list.
I like that. So we already
questions.
know what we're going to talk about going into it.
Stream live and take call-ins.
Yeah, that's what.
Like,
What questions do you have for us? You have any questions for
Oh
us?
yeah, here.
Let's see if she has any questions for us.
Wait, this kid. Go into some of those mistakes with employees of what Jake and Harry could have avoided and handled better.
What's the question?
Someone.
What's the question?
Give me a sec. I gotta re-fucking connect.
Put your headphones on.
No, you probably lost the question.
Someone said, go into some of those mistakes with employees and what Jake and Harry could have avoided and handled better.
I mean, that's very vague. I wish there was brokers under our roof that didn't steal from us. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, the mistakes we made along the way, I think they come with life. I think they come with business. I think they come with growth. You are going to make mistakes along the way. Nobody is perfect. I know that's cliche. But again, that question's it's a very vague, general question. I mean,
And listen, starting a business, you're going to run into mistakes no matter what. You can think you have the perfect plan, perfect people. You're still going to run into mistakes. Like you said, one thing that's always kept us level-headed and getting to where we want to be is we know the separation and balance between, these are my two of my best friends. But when we're in that office, we're fucking working. You know, he is the top guy, he is the owner. And I'm going to always give him that respect he deserves in the office setting. I think, going back to the question, we were bringing on a lot of kids we already knew from the past. And I think that was one of our biggest mistakes. We didn't know them in a work environment. So I think when you mix personal relationships into work, it sometimes always won't work. And that's not a bad thing. But I think we all learned from that maybe whether it's more of a due diligence process in hiring someone, not just hiring them because you know them.
Right.
Things like that.
My biggest thing when it came to when I first started Cash Advance, I wanted to hire people who had experience with Cash Advance. You want to be able to build a beast. You don't want a beast to be already fucking built.
You want to mold them.
You want to mold him, and you want him to get adjusted to exactly the way you do things. Because if he already knows his own cliches and his own little fucking skips and jumps and all these little fucking things he thinks he knows how to do, well, he's going to take your system, and he's going to probably build off of it, make a shit ton of money on it for 6 to 8 months, and then, guess what? He's going to fucking get out, and he's going to say, well, I can do this on my own. And following up on Chris's question, he's one of my homies who's in the industry. He went to school with Jack. That's the biggest thing. Like, you don't just want to hire people because, like, they're going to make you money really, really fucking quick. That's the mistake I made is that, like, I knew someone was good, so I was like, well, the company's got to make money. Let me hire this guy. He can make me money quick. If I could re-fucking-wind, I would hire a bunch of people that have sales experience for sure. Because you don't want to bring someone in that has no idea on phone-to-phone sales. Because you bring someone in that has no fucking direction or any dialogue and knows what to say about sales and rebuttals and knows how to, get hung up on how to follow up with the client, well, guess what? Then, you're probably going to get fucked. You need to be able to build a fucking beast. And that's the biggest thing at the end of the day. You want to be able to build someone who's going to fucking do exactly what you do. Jack literally follows my fucking lead. Harry literally follows my lead. We might have disagreements and he might think he's right. I might think I'm right. I'm wrong. He's wrong. Whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, there's only going to be one solution. Because it's under one fucking umbrella. You're not going to be able to take this and then do that. It has to be, it's going to be 2 + 2 is going to equal 4 at the end of the fucking day. You know what I mean? It's going to work out. Imagine I said 2 + 2 = 5.
well, there is the
Yo, wait, that's crazy.
numbers are racist.
That
2 + 2
fucking-
could
yeah,
be 5.
2 +
Yeah, I don't know.
that's-
Creepy liberal shit. I don't know.
But, yeah.
Fuck, I mean,
You definitely need to be
let's
able
talk
to
about
handle
that.
your...
Can we?
fuck yeah, we can.
Let's
What
talk
do you
about
guys
some
think about
liberal
fucking?
shit?
No, what do you guys think about Trump getting fucking arrested? Or do you guys know more about that?
Oh, Harry's all into Trump. He has a Trump tattoo actually on his chest.
No way.
Yeah, it's actually
you?
MAGA 2024.
You
yeah.
gotta show us that.
No, I'm kidding. I do not
Oh
have a
my
Trump
God.
tattoo. That'd be next level shit. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not one of, as my mother says, everything in moderation. I'm definitely not one of these Trump, like, I don't have a poster of him like he's fucking, the dictator of North Korea. But no, I like the guy. And, at the end of the day, what he did in his 4 years, like, there's no denying. It's the true numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie, bro. It's not about Trump, bro. It's about the performance, the output. Like, I don't want to fucking suck his dick, but it's about what he did for the country, and where we're at now is not where we want to be. So
look, I mean, at the end of the day, the United States, and I don't really want to get into it, but the United States that we all do know and love doesn't exist anymore, and that's the sad reality. And it's almost like with every day and every week and every month, something new pops up, and I just fucking read it. I sort of laugh out loud to myself, and it's no surprise at this point.
It doesn't even have to be political. It's just like common sense. Like, what the fuck are we watching right now?
Right.
You know? I watch some videos and I'm like, is that real? Like, because we got all the AI shit going on now. I'm like, did he really just say that? Like, no fucking way he just said that. It's crazy.
I have another good topic. Someone didn't bring it up, but you said numbers don't lie. So there's a lot of...
Oh, I got a good question for you. Say that, and then I got a question.
There's a good lot of... We like to call it cap artists.
Oh,
no cap type shit. Fuck you talking about? So let me get something about these cap artists. Listen, okay? I'm a big guy, fake it till you make it. That is my fucking lingo. That's my saying. Fake it till you make it. Do whatever you gotta do. If you end up fucking faking it too hard and you end up broke, that's on you. But what a lot of these fucking kids do nowadays, and I feel so bad for the youth population for this, they're scrolling through Instagram and they see this guy, he's verified, he's showing these numbers. Bro, how the fuck are you gonna trust some guy on Instagram you've never fucking met in your life and you think that guy's made it? Why are you believing this shit? You need to, and I made a lot of these mistakes where I would like buy these online programs, I would do this, I would do all this bullshit. Bro, you need to meet these people and you need to know that they fucking made it. Mm-hmm. I can show that I've made it. I could show people my fucking crib. I could show people my cars, my businesses. You cannot trust these people. Like that's done. And that's all this youth population is doing these days is they're trusting the wrong people and they're taking 1, 2, 3 years out of their life because they're thinking this person's gonna bring them to the next level. But little do they fucking know, you're just putting so much money in this guy's pocket, you're gonna sit fucking 3 years are gonna go by and you're gonna say, well, I rode this guy's wave, but that's not my wave, that's not my bank account. Stop believing in shit like that.
Look at the fake it till you make it. That person who was selling that course was faking it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So they fucking made it.
The money and success.
Yeah, but he's a scumbag.
You made a great point. No. My point is that you gotta, I agree with doing coaching and mentorship, not just because I do that now, but you gotta find people that are...
Radical. Ryan Radical.
Is that a dude?
Shout out Ryan Radical.
That's a fucking rowdy ass name.
Dude, this guy. Sorry to interrupt.
You're good. I'll go back on it.
I'll say this on live because I don't care. I funded this merchant. His name is what's it called?
Ryan Radical.
What's the name of the business?
Radical Company.
Radical Company. This guy runs a podcast. Talk about faking it till you fucking make it.
Yeah.
I funded this guy probably about $100K. Tober's probably getting a kick out of this right now. He's watching this.
Good.
I funded this homie, and he's like verified on Instagram, Range Rovers, fake fucking Richard Mills, like all this bullshit. Guy ended up defaulting on my loan. Fucking peace. See ya. He had this big podcast called Radical Podcast where he had all these famous people on. All this
Grant Cardone,
all this crazy shit, bro. This homie was dead fucking broke, bro. Dead broke. He was just fucking schmeezing people all day, dude.
And you can fake it, but you eventually gotta make it.
Yeah, there's gotta be like a gray line there. You gotta like find that gray line of like manifesting and like believing you're in it already, and like scamming.
Yeah,
there's like a.
And
I do believe.
You have to believe you have it even when you don't. But in order to really have it, but you like if you're scamming
you gotta
people,
be smart enough to separate.
That's
like,
different.
The cap artists for the real people. Like you see all these kids driving around in Lambos. Jake drives a very nice car, but you know what? He doesn't have to give it back at the end of the day. He gets to park it in his driveway. It doesn't go back to the rental guy at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So there's this. You have to have the knowledge to separate the idiots and the people that are posting their friend's house and their friend's car and all that stuff between the people that actually made it.
Bro, I remember when I bought my first Rolex. Okay, I got a big check from the company that I ended up leaving. I was still in cash advance. I had $19,300 to my name at the time. I went to Elad, who is my watch guy. Okay,
shout out the watch boss.
Shout out the watch boss. He's a fucking legend. This guy can get you whatever he wants. Like whatever. I bought all my jewelry, everything from him. I had 19 grand to my name at the time. I bought a $10,400 Rolex that left me with, 8 grand. Listen, but I bought that fucking Rollie, and people were like, holy shit, like, Jake Damelio has and like, this was real, bro. Like, and I sold fake watches. Like, I knew everything. But I bought that watch, and you're laughing. I bought that watch, and it changed my mindset so fucking hard where I would stare at it every day, and I wore it to my wedding. And not one other homie at the wedding, my age, had a watch unless it was their fucking father's or something. My dad fucking had like a tag or some shit. Definitely not a fucking Rollie. But I fucking wore that watch, dude, and it drove me to just get more watches, make more money. And I didn't care that I spent the money. It was probably stupid that I spent it, but it drove me to make more money. And guess what? I made more and I made more and I more. But so that goes back to the fake it until you make it thing. I just bought the Rolex. I said, fuck it. I pulled out the cash from TD, which is probably the worst thing to possibly do. I drove right to the watch store. I bought a Rolex. I wore it on my wrist. I was like, wow, this is fucking cool. And that drove me to be someone better. Because, like, I spent more than half of my net worth on a fucking Rolex.
That's
but
fucking
like,
great.
And it brings
story,
opportunity.
but like, it brought me opportunity, and now I have a shit ton of fucking watches, and I'm able to gift my employees watches, and I'm able to do cool things like that. And
if you're at an event or something,
Yeah.
and you see, and we all love watches, I know you do as well, and you see someone wearing a nice Rolex, and then you see another guy wearing maybe a tag or whatever it is. Doesn't matter, just the name brand. You're 9 times out of 10 people we surround ourselves with are gonna go talk to the guy with the Rolex, not the guy with the fucking whatever he's
that's how
wearing.
this world is now.
Exactly. And if like going back to the leveling up, if people should want that. When I see someone wearing a Patek Philippe or an AP, I'm like, God damn, I want to be that guy. I want to have the things that guy has. That's an opportunity right there.
Easy conversation starter.
Yeah.
Easy, bro.
Exactly.
Easy.
Yeah.
You go right up to the guy. Wow, bro, that's a beautiful watch. Me and Mika, my wife, last weekend, we're at the Satai. We're entering into the beach. There's like 3 parts of the Satai. There's the hotel part, and then there's like the spot where you can like buy the condos at the Satai. So we're walking down to the beach. I see this family. Guy's got 2 kids. Wife is all dripped down designer. Homie's wearing the cleanest Patek I've ever seen in my life. Me and Mika, but both of our faces went like this. It's an attention grabber, bro.
Absolutely.
People fucking look at you and say, holy fucking shit.
And
So
immediately
that's
that
why I
person
did-
has value.
That-
Like, immediately. They try to sell you something, a course, or what, and you're like,
even
fuck.
if it's totally fake, guess what? My head still turned, and we both looked back and said, "Look at those bags, look at those watches," because that's what this world is now. People like want that type of shit, and unfortunately,
There's nothing wrong with that either.
There's nothing wrong with it.
fucking wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with
there's nothing wrong with it. But that to me is so cool. I'm like, well, I want to have 2 kids like that. Dude, both of the kids were dripped in Gucci. Like, that was cool. Like, it was sick. That's so Miami. But, like, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, like, that's what this world is now, and it's cool. And listen, I'm not saying I'm going to drip my kids in fucking designer. Maybe.
Which he is.
Yeah.
Which he is. I'll tell you that right now.
I bet. But have you guys heard that story that Tate said that he was like, when he had 20 mil or like 15 mil, he went out and bought a $5 million Bugatti? But that $5 million, when he had the Bugatti, he was able to go to those Bugatti owner events
And
with
guess what?
billionaires.
Yeah.
And now that's how you fucking level up, bro.
Exactly.
Like, you fucking see me on those PJs, like I've gone like twice. I can't fucking fly private. I don't own a fucking jet.
Yeah.
But every time I sit in that plane, I'm like, holy shit. This is different, and I come back and I'm like, I gotta grind harder.
Yeah,
And then the people see me on Instagram and they're like, fuck, like it is a level up, and you continuously level up. You gotta fucking put yourself in those positions where you're uncomfortable. You fucking spend maybe a little bit too much money on an investment for like your look or whatever, or your mind, just to train your brain. Like, hey, this is possible. Like
Yeah.
if you've never flown first class, save money and just take a first class flight. When you sit in that first class seat, you're never ever again gonna want to fucking do economy.
Bro,
Never again.
I fucking flew H down here in first class. Not only was it cool for him to sit in first, but he probably felt good to himself that he sat in first class, that his fucking best friend and his boss bought him that first class ticket. I did that because 1, he earned it, and 2, I know that he's gonna come into Florida and he's gonna be ready to go. And that's the lifestyle that you wanna provide for people who are around your life. Like, my dad came down to Miami. I flew him down first class. Like, that makes my dad feel good, which makes me feel good, which makes me gonna make more money.
Exactly.
Which makes me more
Exactly.
happier.
Yeah.
That's how this shit fucking
Exact-
works.
Those fucking people are just like, I know I can't spend that money. Some people like. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys think, what's your term of a brokey?
A what?
A brokey. A brokey.
Like,
I think, to be honest, it has nothing to do with finances. I think it's all mindset.
That's the answer.
Someone who's broke is
yeah. So you can, if you have $5 in your bank account, but you're fucking always talking about business money, you're just poor. You're not a broke.
Exactly.
If you have $10 million in your account and you don't fucking own watches, you don't like spending money, you don't like investing, you're a brokey.
Yep.
It's not about the money in your bank account. It's about your mindset. It's about how can you grow. You know, like if you're thinking, save. I can't spend money on that. I gotta. There's people that have fucking millions of dollars that don't spend money because they think their money's just gonna get warped out of their account or some shit.
I'd rather be fucking broke. I'd rather be broke. Fuck
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
but it's broke isn't even a condition of the pocket. It's a condition of the mind.
I completely agree.
Being poor and being
like
rich,
that.
being poor and being rich is a condition of the pocket. Being broke is a mindset. When I was poor, I was still rich. I was wealthy in here, and eventually your bank account follows. Of
course.
Your brain comes first, then the bank account follows. But broke is just a simple term of the fucking mindset.
Bro, that was me and Harry back in the day. Tell him fucking.
Yeah, I mean, listen. When I tell you, we would literally. I don't even know an example. There was Let Go,
Tommy's all the time.
Yeah, I mean, but bro, there was these applications. There was Let Go, Offer Up, whatever. We would get
Craigslist.
like nicks and fucking like weird shit, like a fucking statue of an owl and sell it for $50. But the reality was, our mindset was, oh, $50. Okay, let's go to Tommy's. Let's get an appetizer.
Spent the whole thing and then do it the same day,
And
over and
the
over and
same
over and
day.
over.
And then you
Anything
start
I had.
growing, bro. You start thinking like, okay, so if there's one of these I can buy and flip for $50, I can probably get people around me to fucking buy them all over the country and flip
Yeah.
10 of them a day,
Exactly.
20 of them a day, 100 a day. Like when you start understanding that if you stop working for time versus money and you just use your money to buy back more time, that's when you can start fucking leveling up. Most people think I gotta trade time for money. That's broke mindset.
Yeah, dude, I really like that, and that's something that I love that we touched on, because me and Harry are the kings of that shit, dude. Like he said before, we would just go out and spend, even if I had $200, I would go spend 220. I'd borrow 20.
Yeah.
I'd spend 200 at the fucking bar, and then I'd borrow $20 and hit that person back later, or probably not even pay him back. Yeah. You know, but still, like that.
Yeah, you
that's just what
can't.
we
You gotta
were.
train your brain. There's
That's
always
who-
an abundance. You stop. Like I've been in positions where I'm like in the last 2 years, I'm making good money, but I'm doing all these things, and I'm like, I should have slowed down. But I was like, no, keep going, because you're gonna tell your brain, hey, there's not abundance. You know, you can't tell yourself that. You have to just keep going, and eventually it's gonna catch up.
But with that being said, again, fake it till you make it. Him and I had no money. Whatever we sold is what we had. After whatever restaurant we went to, and that was the reality, is people probably thought we were fucking living La Vida Loca, because every
What are
night,
these two guys
what
up
are they
to?
up to?
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
night they're at a different restaurant. Every night they're posting about it. We had nothing. If I spent $250 on a fucking Wednesday, Thursday I had nothing, and it was, yo, do we have anything?
He would literally call me in the morning, bro, and be like, "Yo, how are we gonna make money today?" Like that was
the
our
mindset.
days. That's what we would do every single day. We would wake up. What are we gonna sell today? Fucking flipping
that.
fucking carts, flipping fucking weed, fucking get anything we can get our hands on, bro. But we molded our minds so fucking strong to where like no was not an exception. Like we were doing that. Like it was getting done. And if it wasn't, like I was still gonna go there and like figure a way out to like mingle and talk to people. That's just how I was, bro. Even if the fucking guys I was hanging out with all had millions of dollars and I had nothing, I was finding a way to get out. I remember this one situation. I was at Premium Merchant Funding where I first started, the broker shop. They all went to fucking like some like crazy concert, and all like the top producers were fucking going in a limo to the concert. I was not a top producer at the time, but guess what? I talked to the head honcho and I talked to the boss. I was like, yo, you gotta let me get in here. Like, I promise I'm gonna work my ass off. I ended up going, and that ended up getting to me where I needed to be. That's how it works. You gotta put yourself in awkward situations and weird fucking moments so that you can get to where those people are. That's how it works.
Yeah, what you guys are talking about right now is leveling up your personal brand. What do you? If I had to ask you guys a question, like, what's the most valuable thing that you can build up today? And would you guys say personal brand?
I could agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, but our brand.
Yeah, I think
We don't really
building,
have a personal brand.
building. I think, and just in my opinion, like in this content era where we're consuming so much content, like if you build up your personal brand, and you can do that with no money. Again, he just said you're going to restaurants, you're wearing watches, you're driving cars, you're building up value in other people's heads. So you're basically faking it till you make it. But that in turn, so I found out about this the other day. If I said, hey, Jack, you're broke. I'm gonna teach you how to make $100,000, but I'm gonna charge you $15K. You okay with that, right? So I just created $100,000 of value, and I can charge $15K. Now, if I say, Jack, I can make you $10 million, but I'm going to charge you $1.5 million.
Right.
You're okay with that, right? It's about the value I can create for you.
Yeah.
So if you create a massive personal brand and you learn how to make money, you guys learn how to make money. You guys can teach other people how to make massive amounts of money. You guys can charge whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Because if you build your brand and your following, you can come out with any freaking product and people are going to buy it just because of what you have to offer and what you're putting on the table.
Look at the richest people, bro.
Bro, Ronaldo,
The richest fucking people, bro. Ronaldo, fucking Rihanna, fucking Kylie Jenner. All of them are, they're one thing. They're a personal brand, and they just fucking do a bunch of businesses under that.
What does
Justin
Ronaldo
Bieber,
get
same
paid a post
shit.
on Instagram?
So that's a perfect example, right? So Cristiano Ronaldo just signed a new contract in the last couple months. It was like $250 million, something ridiculous over a year period. I think it was like $25 million. I forget the it was like something ridiculous, $25 million every 10 days or something. The guy's getting paid fucking obviously buku bucks, $1 million a day, whatever, per Instagram post. Back to the the personal brand. He's making $20 to $40 million per post.
It's like stupid, but he's worked towards that. He's built
he's
that
worth
fucking
that.
brand.
Yeah.
I think the biggest piece of advice to any young entrepreneur right now is build your personal brand.
I agree with that.
Start creating content. Doesn't matter what it is. Start talking to a camera.
Yeah.
Talk to an audience and create a lifestyle that you can sell. If you can sell a lifestyle, at the end of the day, everybody that's broke sitting in their fucking room right now scrolling, they want to be whoever's on that Instagram. If you can create that and create a genuine audience and not fucking be a fucking weirdo and just be real and show it how it really is, that's creating value. You're creating a personal brand.
But see, I think for us, and again, there's obviously 3 people here, but our team behind, I could think 5 to 8 names on the top of my head that, again, none of this is possible without them. It is a team. It is a unit with several people involved. Like, the one thing I think the difference between us and all these other fucking Joe Schmoes on Instagram is I genuinely believe with our vision and the way we move and the equations and everything that we have set into place, like, no, if you were to come to me and say, Har, listen, I have no money, I need to start working. No, I genuinely fucking believe in my heart of hearts, myself, Jack, Jake, and whoever else plays a part in this team, we're all gonna make you money. That's not to get you a $250 membership fee. No, it's the fucking real deal.
Yeah, if you enter this fucking circle of demons and fucking dogs, I'm telling you right now, there ain't no fucking puppies over here. It's straight like you're gonna bark type shit. Yep. Like that, right? Yeah. Like that's how we are, bro. We're fucking dogs. You come into this circle, you're gonna fucking get it. But you better fucking get ready to fucking work your dick off. You better shut the fuck up and you better sit down and get ready to go. Cause it's gonna be a wild fucking ride.
100%. I mean, shit, even for me, in Jersey, it's cold. It's a little slower. It's a completely different experience than being, as I say, the bright lights of Brickell. I came into the office the other day. Jake said, "Yo, are you really ready for this shit?" And I was like, "What do you mean by that?" And he was like, "Well, you were in Jersey. Like, we really get down here." I looked at him. I said, "Well, shit, I've been here before, so I know how we get down." But it was that true feeling, like getting back into the jungle. That had to happen. Like, the last 2 days, I've been ripping like I've never had before. Why? Because every fucking person next to me is getting down like that.
Is ripping.
Everybody's on the phone, and what? I'm the fucking piker who's sitting scrolling on Instagram. Like that.
No shot.
You know what I mean? So like, again, it's the
environment.
100%.
The environment, bro.
That's the micro, right? The team within your business. Let's talk about the macro environment. There's fucking people in all these other states in the country. Dude, you're fucking in North Dakota. You're not fucking making money.
No.
Like, you gotta fucking move to a hub where people are fucking ripping it, like you guys say, to make money. That's another part of the equation. You can't live in a city that's cold 9 months out of the year, 6 months out of the year. You're not gonna fucking want to work.
No.
You're gonna be fucking lazy and you're gonna be fucking broke.
Bro, that's why we got the fuck out of fucking Jersey, dog.
Yeah.
Miami's gonna be one of the biggest. It's already one of the biggest real estate markets, but in 10, 15 years, it's gonna be the biggest fucking hub ever.
It's going to be the biggest financial fucking city
in the world, in the fucking world, bro, because people just want to fucking make money, bro. Because why? Because you make money in Miami, you can go spend it anywhere you want in Miami all the time.
And that's
12 months a year, all the time.
And that's the thing, when
7
you
days
come
a week.
down here,
7 days a week.
Revolutions.
Yep.
when you come down here, you genuinely get like scared. Like when you get off the plane and you enter the city and you step into someone's office. Like I've had guys that have came and visited me before, and they come in and they're like, "Whoa, like, dude, like, it is scary living in Miami because there is no choice for failure here. Like, it's
It'll consume you.
It will consume you. It will eat you up and spit you the fuck out, just real fucking quick. But like, if you have that right mindset of knowing that like there's no choice for fucking failure here, you're going to make it here.
Yeah.
But you can't, and that goes for anywhere though too. Like you live in the concrete jungle in fucking New York. Okay, well you're gonna go hang out with the guys on the weekend and drink beers at the pub. Like, okay, yeah, like that's probably not gonna work out. If you're gonna hang around a bunch of dudes all weekend who's just fucking in dog mode all fucking week, bro, like, yeah, you're gonna get after it.
Yeah.
Don't be scared though. That's another piece of advice. Don't be scared to fail. Like I said before, don't be scared to what people think. Don't be scared to know if the outcome of this. You're not gonna know unless you try, bro. That's it. Me and Jack fail time and time and time and time. Same thing for H. Same thing for all my guys. But we pick our shit back up, fucking dig the hole back up, and we fucking start again. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
And that's when it comes to living here. Fucking surrounding yourself with all these big time fucking players. Bro, we're taking out yachts and we're fucking cruising by P. Diddy's house and waving to him on the fuck. Like, where else are you gonna do that? But that motivates
Nowhere
me.
else.
P. Diddy's got a fucking fat crib, bro. Shit is sick. I'd fucking promise myself I'm gonna live on Star Island. That's been one of my goals. And I'll fucking do it.
Absolutely.
I promise you. Give me 5 years. I will have a house on Star Island close to P. Diddy. I'll knock on a door. Be yo, Dip, what up?
You see me and fucking Jake on a billboard, the fucking realtor that's sold in the crib, Jake fucking.
That's it.
Fucking DJ Khaled's out there. Let's go golfing.
I call it a chandelier.
Dude, he's not that bad.
Nah, he sucks.
No, but
Khaled?
for being DJ Khaled, he fucking hit the
Not
ball.
bad.
I mean, bro, if I
That'd
had
be a
that
great
much
match.
fucking money, I would be putting the golf ball into a different atmosphere.
Yeah.
What do we got, Val?
2 minutes left. We can end it here, bro. It's been a great pod.
It's been a good
No,
one, bro.
this was a pleasure.
Thank you
Al,
for
thank
having
you
us.
for having me. Seriously,
Thank you for guys for coming on,
course.
man. This is the first. This is the second of many, bro.
I hope.
We're gonna keep fucking ripping these, and hopefully people can take away from what we have to share. And at the end of the day, we're just trying to spread a positive message and help people who are in positions like we were at one point.
And bro, our things are gonna change too. I mean, each week we're leveling up. We're learning new things. That's gonna come along with the podcast as well.
Yeah. Let's leave it on that. Let's tell people it doesn't take fucking 5 years, 10 years. You can fucking, however long you tell yourself it's going to take, is how long it's going to take. So
Correct.
fucking set standards for yourself, move quick, move efficiently, and get to where you want to go. Don't fucking be like, no, it's going to take me 4 years, 5 years. Get to fucking work, and look how quickly shit happens for you guys.
Be fearless. That was what Jake said, and that's sort of what I want. Be fearless. Fuck everybody.
And
If they
do it.
want to
Just
judge
do
you,
it.
if you fail, fucking fail. Fail 2 more times. Just don't give up. That's my ending message.
All right, boys.
That's right.
Awesome.
Appreciate you, brother.
Another good pod.